Hello guys, how are you today? And welcome back for another review of the Grand Tour. This week we're going to review episode 12. It was called Censored to Censored. That will be explained shortly why it was called that. And let's get into this review. So, this week they put the tent again up in Loch Ness in Scotland. And the running gag throughout this episode was that Richard Hammond and James May thought the Loch Ness Monster is real, which obviously we know it isn't. And that was just the joke that went throughout the episode. So, after realizing that, the first film of the episode was Jeremy Clarkson driving a Lexus GSF. It's sort of like a saloon car, which he liked. He compared it to a BMW, the M2, and he thought it was probably as good, even though it's a Lexus, which he described as a golf player's car. The off-color, off-taste type of thing in there is that he said that the car could blow up animals, and he actually put toy animals on the side of the track, and they blew up as he drove past. I thought that wasn't very nice, to be honest, and it's sort of a very Trump voter, trying to appeal to Trump voters who may be watching this, rather than your average British viewer. Although I guess people who watch him probably are not so bothered. Although I watch it and I think that was quite wrong, to be honest. Anyway, moving on. After they went down Conversation Street, they reversed back to the next film. See what I did there? And they were driving 4x4s, SUV vehicles even, in Germany slash Austria. They started in a place called Vank, and they drove up Romantic Road to go to Kissing in Germany, it's a place, and then Petting, which is also in Germany, and a place called Fucking, which is in Austria. After spending the night there, and going past the prison where Hitler was, when he wrote Mein Kampf in 1924, I'm sure everyone has heard of that, they were tempted to go to a place called Reading in Berlin, but they decided against that, maybe thankfully, and they ended up wanting to go to the Nürburgring, but ended up in Nuremberg. So as for the cars, Clarkson was in a Range Rover, James May was in a Bentley, and Richard Hammond was in the Jaguar F-Pace. All the pictures have been on the screen so far. We'll come back up again here soon. And the whole point was Clarkson thought his was a normal SUV. It was therefore the best. The Bentley was exceptionally expensive. It was stupidly expensive. While Hammond's car, I'm not really sure what they thought of it. It was okay, but it probably wasn't the best. And I guess it was nice having that running gag of the various relationship-based places, which was quite amusing, I guess. And it was very much old Top Gear, but all of them driving a car, arguing, going through nice countryside, and that is classic Top Gear, and now classic the Grand Tour. And hopefully they can keep that up. As for celebrity brain trash this week, it was the turn of film director Tim Burton. He has worked with actors such as Johnny Depp and other interesting actors and actresses, and he was blown up in a mini submarine on the way to the tent. Obviously, I do think the celebrity brain trash is getting a bit stupid, to be honest. I really hope they stop that in the second series. Especially when James May says, or is he not coming on then? But that's how they're doing it, obviously. So yes, what else I want to say about this episode? Yes, they want, after avoiding going to a place called Reading, they wanted to go to Nürburgring, but they ended up in Nuremberg, because James May got his sat-nav wrong. And they sort of ended up going rallying, which is very much like they did when they went to Australia on Top Gear in the Nissan GTR and the Bentley Continental GT and the BMW 7 Series. I don't know how many of you have seen that or remember that episode, but it's a very similar sort of track which they went down and they rallied on, and it was good to watch. It was just a classic them, I guess. I'm not going to tell you what happens, which car was the fastest, or anything that happened in that part, because that would just ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Because obviously you can see it. It's going to be on Amazon Prime now forever. So I don't know, you might only want to see it in a few years' time. If anything, why would you be watching this video? Yeah. And the main thing during that film was Clarkson claiming his car was the normal one and therefore the best. He did a comparison like with pets. You could get a really cheap pet like an ant, which I guess he was comparing to the Jaguar. You could get a very expensive pet, which he was comparing to the Bentley, or you could get a pretty standard pet, which of course is Range Rover, and everyone gets standard pet, gets a dog rather than an ant or a crazily expensive pet. And he also did a similar thing with sunglasses, saying you get Ray-Ban somewhere in the middle rather than really expensive or really cheap. He tried to do the same thing with baked beans, but yeah, Richard Hammond drove through that. So, yeah, that was episode 12. There's only one more episode left in the series. They're going to be in Dubai next week. I have no idea what they're going to be doing, but I will be doing a review video on that next week. I hope to have a very exciting finale to their show. I don't know what they're going to be doing, but it's certainly something I'm looking forward to watching roughly this time next week. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Tell me what you thought of the episode or anything like that. And please come back next week for another review of episode 13 of the Grand Tour. I will see you then. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like. Also, if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more of these videos and some other type of videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you enjoyed the video or have anything to say, please leave a comment on this video. Also, finally, just remember to follow me on Twitter at bgaming342. And on that note, I'm out of here, so I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.